What Women Really Want. Part 1. Stoic Glow Rewrite. You think women want affection, loyalty, and love. But if that were true, the good men wouldn't get ghosted. The ones who gave everything wouldn't be left behind. What women truly want isn't love. It's how they feel when they're around you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In relationships, it depends upon the quality of your presence. A woman doesn't fall for what you give her. She falls for what she feels in your energy. You can buy her flowers, text her every morning, and still lose her to a man who does less, but makes her feel more. Attraction isn't logical, it's psychological. It's not about what you do for her, but the space you create within her. The man who remains calm while others chase, the one who doesn't try to impress, stands out. He carries something invisible yet magnetic. That's internal value, the quiet power of someone who doesn't need approval to feel worthy. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." A woman can feel whether you're centered in yourself or orbiting around her validation. So stop trying to convince her, stop performing. Your worth doesn't need to be explained. It needs to be embodied. Because women don't fall for effort. They fall for certainty. And the man who doesn't chase love becomes the one love chases. What Women Really Want. Part 2. Stoic Glow Rewrite. Attraction doesn't begin when you try to impress her. It begins the moment she senses you don't need to. Women can feel your inner value long before you speak. It's not your car, your job, or your looks. It's the calm certainty that you belong wherever you stand. You're not chasing approval. You're rooted in self-respect. Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." That freedom is what women feel around a man who doesn't perform for attention. There are two kinds of men. The first one tells stories, shows off, and seeks validation in every word. The second one listens, observes, and moves through life as if he's already enough. He doesn't need to prove. His silence has gravity. That's high internal value. Emotional stability disguised as quiet confidence. It's the kind of presence that draws people in without effort. You're not trying to win a role in her life. She's the one applying for a place in yours. Next time she teases you or tests you, don't explain, don't defend. Smile. Let the silence do the talking, because in that pause, she feels something she can't explain. Respect. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In relationships, the less you react, the more power you hold. Women don't fall for men who need them. They fall for men who choose them. And choice, my friend, comes from strength, not scarcity. What Women Really Want. Part 3. Stoic Glow Rewrite. A woman doesn't test you to break you. She tests you to see if you can't be broken. When she pulls away, flirts with someone else, or says something sharp, she's not trying to destroy you. She's trying to see if you can stay centered when your emotions are provoked. Because the moment you lose control, attraction dies quietly. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That strength is the calm in your storm. When you stop reacting, you start leading. If she goes cold, stay composed. If she teases, smile. Your silence, your calm energy, your grounded presence, that's what earns respect. You don't win her heart through argument or defense, but through stillness. Think of the oak tree in the wind. The storm passes, but the tree remains. That's how a stoic man stands, unshaken, rooted in himself. Real strength isn't loud. It doesn't need to prove dominance. It's the quiet confidence of a man who can walk away and still be at peace. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom is emotional control, the ability to stay steady when everything else trembles. A woman respects the man who can disagree without anger, who can say no without fear, and who can leave without hate. That's not coldness, that's composure. It tells her one simple truth. You can be trusted with her heart because you can handle your own. What women really want. Part 4. Stoic Glow Rewrite. A woman's attraction isn't random, it's biological. Her mind is wired to notice the man other women already see value in. It's not manipulation, it's evolution. Psychologists call it pre-selection. When she senses that other women admire you, her subconscious reads it as proof of your worth. It tells her he's been tested, he's safe, he's strong. That's why a man with quiet confidence often draws more eyes than the one seeking attention. Seneca wrote, "A great mind becomes braver and stronger in the face of difficulty." And women can sense that kind of inner strength, the man who's already validated by life, not by approval. Pre-selection isn't about bragging or pretending you have options. It's about living like a man who naturally attracts them. Build a life so full, so balanced, that your energy says, I am already chosen. You don't need to talk about other women or show off your popularity. Just embody it through your purpose, your social circle, your grounded presence. A man who's fulfilled doesn't chase validation, he radiates it. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." When you live with that clarity, women notice, not because you're trying, but because you've already become the kind of man who doesn't need to try. In the end, it's not the crowd around you that attracts her. It's the quiet certainty that even without them, you'd still be whole. What women really want. Part 5. Stoic Glow Rewrite. When something comes too easily, the human mind devalues it, and women are no different. Attraction thrives in mystery, not certainty. The moment she knows she fully has you, the spark begins to fade. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." Calmness creates space, and in that space, desire grows. After a great date, don't flood her phone. Send one short message, sincere but light. Then give her silence. Let her wonder, replay, anticipate. Because in that gap, her mind starts to chase what her heart can't fully claim. Think of the ocean, always there, but never rushing to the shore. That's how your presence should feel. Steady, mysterious, alive with depth. Seneca once said, "It is part of the cure to wish to be cured." If you always make yourself available, you remove her wish, her curiosity. And without curiosity, attraction dies. Being a challenge isn't about manipulation or distance. It's about discipline. You give attention with intention, not out of fear of losing her. You know your worth and guard it quietly. Epictetus taught, "If you wish to be loved, love what is truly worth loving." So love your purpose, your peace, your boundaries, because the man who values himself becomes the prize, and she feels it. Don't give yourself away to be liked. Be the man she has to earn, piece by piece, because in the end, she doesn't fall for the man who gives himself easily. She falls for the one whose presence must be earned. What women really want. Part 6. Stoic Glow Rewrite. Attraction fades. Not because love disappears, but because presence does. Most men win a woman's heart, then slowly stop doing what once lit her fire. They stop leading, stop listening, stop showing curiosity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." A good man doesn't just love, he stays intentional. He continues to create moments that remind her why she chose him. A woman doesn't stay because of promises or gifts. She stays because she feels seen. Your calm attention, your genuine curiosity, that's what keeps her heart awake. When she speaks, don't listen to reply. Listen to understand. Think of a quiet evening together. No grand gesture, no performance, just presence. That's where love breathes, because attention given without fear, without need, becomes energy, the kind that fuels connection. Seneca said, "To be loved, love." But real love isn't constant reassurance. It's conscious awareness. She doesn't need you every second. She needs to feel chosen in every moment that matters. So, keep dating her even after she calls you hers. Take her out, surprise her, make her laugh again. Love fades not from anger, but from neglect. Epictetus taught, small-minded people blame others. Strong people take responsibility. Take responsibility for the energy you bring. Your steady presence is her reminder that she's not just loved, she's valued. Because women don't fall out of love overnight. They fade when you stop seeing them. What women really want. Part 7. Stoic Glow Rewrite. Respect is not a romantic gesture. It's the foundation of love. A woman doesn't stay because you're perfect. She stays because she feels safe, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Kindness is invincible." True strength isn't loud or dominant. It's the ability to stay grounded when emotions rise. It's how you respond when she's upset, not how you act when things are easy. When she opens up, don't roll your eyes or dismiss her feelings. Don't sigh or joke to avoid discomfort. Those small moments, the ones you think don't matter, are where love either deepens or dies. Seneca said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." When she feels heard, she calms. When she feels dismissed, she defends. The difference between peace and chaos often rests in how you listen. Think of a calm river after a storm. That's what your presence should be. You don't fix her emotions, you hold space for them. Because when she feels safe, she opens. When she feels small, she closes. Epictetus taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." To respect her isn't to submit, it's to lead with awareness. It's knowing that emotional safety isn't weakness, it's power. A woman remembers how you made her feel when she was vulnerable. So protect that space, because the man who can stay calm when love turns chaotic, that's the man she'll never forget. What women really want. Part 8. Stoic Glow Rewrite. Laughter is emotional alchemy. It turns tension into warmth and distance into connection. When a woman laughs with you, truly laughs, her guard falls and her heart opens. But there's a difference between humor that hides insecurity and humor that reveals confidence. Sarcasm, self-deprecation, or jokes that seek approval only expose neediness. Real humor, the kind that makes her feel safe, comes from inner calm. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." A man who thinks clearly, who isn't ruled by ego or fear, brings lightness wherever he goes. He doesn't joke to escape pain. He jokes because he's already at peace. Think of 2 men, one who mocks to feel powerful and one who smiles to bring peace. The second is the Stoic, strong enough to stay kind. He can look her in the eyes and say with a calm grin, "You're trouble, aren't you?" Not to impress, but to connect. And in that small moment, she feels safe enough to laugh. Seneca said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." That kindness is what makes humor powerful. It's not the words, it's the energy behind them. Laughter born from peace softens hearts. It says, "You can relax here." Epictetus taught, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." Confidence isn't about being serious all the time. It's about not taking yourself too seriously. When she can laugh with you, not at you, she feels both safe and alive. That's the rare balance women crave, strength wrapped in warmth. Because the man who can make her feel safe enough to laugh already holds her heart. What Women Really Want, Part 9, Stoic Glow Rewrite. When attraction settles, love becomes a quiet question. Can we walk through life together without losing ourselves? That's where real partnership begins. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Love isn't ownership. It's cooperation. Two people working as allies, not opponents. A woman doesn't stay because of passion alone. She stays when she feels you're on her side. She feels peace when she knows your leadership isn't control. It's consideration. When you value her input, when you consult her before decisions, she feels seen and respected. Think of a team rowing in sync. If one stops paddling, the other can't move forward. Partnership is the same. It's not about power, but balance. Seneca said, "No one can live happily who has regard to himself alone." A strong man understands this. He doesn't lose his identity in love. He expands it through connection. He knows that leading sometimes means listening, and protecting her peace protects his own. Do the small things. Ask her opinion. Share responsibilities. Handle what needs to be done without being asked. That's emotional leadership. Quiet, dependable, and rooted in strength. Because love doesn't thrive on dominance, it thrives on reliability. Epictetus taught, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Partnership requires humility, the courage to learn her world as deeply as your own. The woman who feels you're with her, not above her, never looks for someone else, because she doesn't want perfection. If she wants a teammate she can trust. What Women Really Want, Part 10, Stoic Glow Rewrite. Most men chase what they think women want: affection, attention, reassurance. But what she truly craves lives much deeper: strength, calmness, and presence. The kind of energy that doesn't need to be loud to be felt. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Your thoughts shape your energy, and your energy shapes how she feels around you. When your mind is grounded, your presence becomes power. She doesn't fall for words. She falls for your value. Not the kind measured by money or looks, but by inner peace. You can't fake calm. You can only earn it through discipline and self-respect. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly. Attraction, respect, and love all grow from patience. The man who doesn't rush becomes the one she can trust. She stays for your strength, the quiet kind that can say no without anger, that can walk away without hate. She's drawn to your challenge, the man who makes her earn his attention, not because he plays games, but because he values his time." Seneca taught, "He who is brave is free." Freedom is what she feels when she's with you. Not fear, not control, but security, because she knows your power isn't about dominance, it's about self-command. In the end, women don't fall for tricks or charm. They fall for truth, for balance, for presence, for emotional stability. The Stoic man doesn't chase. He attracts through peace, and that peace becomes the quiet confidence she can't resist. You were never the problem. You just didn't know the code. Now you do.